Transforms96 here with another video review, this time of Star Wars The Clone Wars Mandalorian Warrior. Now, before I start talking about the box and the toy, I just want to say this is my 4th attempt to make a Mandalorian Warrior review. Just like weeks ago, I tried it. You know, I got a decent amount far on it. You know, it's all good. My camera dies. I replaced the batteries. I tried it again. Same thing happens. I tried again, like a couple days later, same thing happens. I finally replaced the batteries and I decided, you know, I'm just going to wait on doing this guy's review. Do some others. Okay, very nice, you know, whatever. And I came back about 10 minutes ago. I thought, okay, I'm finally going to do a Mandalorian Warrior review. Batteries are nice and fresh and it should work. So I go, and I'm almost done. And I hear this just terrible kind of like screeching noise, and I do not understand it. So I did stop the review. I turned the camera off. I went and looked. Turned out to be absolutely nothing. So here we go at my 4th attempt to make this review. Let's hope this works. I'm going to really try to post this review because, wow, I've really tried to do a review on this guy and it hasn't worked out. So, sorry about that if you really don't care. Okay, let's talk about the box for the 4th time. Okay, Mandalorian Warrior, very nice. A decent card with a picture from the episode. Die, great artwork. You know, Star Wars, picture of the figure just in a standard standing position. The picture from the episode. Some more in the wave. I have everybody in this wave. From some of the reviews of these 3, I said that I wasn't going to get R4, but I ended up getting R4. If you want to see why and where I got R4, just check out my Goodie Haul report for 2010, December 11th. Okay, so here we go with the figure. Obviously comes with the base, as all 2010 figures do. He is currently at retail right now. I've only seen this guy at Walmart, and so yeah, so you can get him there. I have seen some others from this wave, not this particular figure, at Toys R Us, but so maybe your local Toys R Us will have him. Okay, so here we go. So let's talk about articulation. Let's get this out because it keeps shooting. He's got a ball-jointed shoulder, a jointed swivel elbow, swivel wrist, ball-jointed head, ball-jointed lower torso that is a bit hindered just by the size of the plastic. His thighs allow him to go out and to the side quite a bit, and back in, and obviously back. He's got a knee swivel joint for the knee, and then the joint for the ankle goes down and it pivots to the right and left, and you can do it 360. So there you go. So there's articulation for this guy. As you can see, articulation is very good on this guy. He's one of the few figures that actually has a joint that goes out and in. Most of the Clone Wars figures do not have that, which is a real disappointment for Clone Wars, considering Marvel Universe and Iron Man 2 and pretty much all the Marvel stuff has that joint that goes out, and just the Clone Wars has just been a little bit late on getting that joint to us, but they finally have a few of their new figures, like the Mandalorian Warrior and Boba Fett. Those are the 2 that I have that have that new joint, which I really love. So very nice. Pegs into the joints, pegs into the pegs on the base very well. Now for accessories, he comes with these 2 pistols, which is very nice. They're kind of like a shiny gray with almost in the right light a kind of greenish effect, which is very cool. I really like that. Very nice paint, very cool. They are sculpted very well, with a few little details which are very nice. He comes packaged holding these, so very cool. He does come with this kind of like a little bit bigger gun, but it's not quite big enough. It's just plain gray. It's not gray paint. It's got a few details, but other than that, not very much special. He can hold it well because I've had him hold it before, but it's really not big enough for him to hold it with 2 hands, and it is it's not small enough for him just to hold it with one hand. I mean, you can hold it with one hand, but it doesn't look right because it's a little bit bigger than the average pistol, and then it just kind of looks weird. So I really don't like this accessory, but I'm glad they still put it in, because if you like it, great. If you don't, you can just stick with the pistols like me, and everybody's happy. Okay, he also comes with this with like everybody that has his design, like Jango Fett, Boba Fett, all that kind of stuff, comes with the jetpack. Very nice, very well detailed, very well painted, very well sculpted, with a missile that goes in. You can kind of hear a slight click, and you just click it, and it shoots. It shoots pretty high and pretty well, so that's very nice. It's when you tap it, though, it's not like a button. I wish they did the button kind of things. They do it with some, like Commander Gree. His rocket is based on a button. You press it and it fires. I wish they did that for him, because then it wouldn't have to stick out as far to the back. But what are you going to do? It still looks pretty decent, and if you really can't stand it, you could just cut the bullet down a bit if you really wanted to. But I just, I don't love it, but I don't hate it, so I'm okay with leaving it there. One thing that a lot of reviews that I've seen at least, people say that the paint is too bright and they really don't like it. I completely 100% disagree with that statement. I absolutely love a very bright, shiny blue with some shiny gray. It just looks great. It really looks like he's just like all of his armor is all new and shiny. And they're kind of a new organization. They haven't been out there for years, So I think it suits them, and it looks perfect. I mean, I just love this paint. From the second I bought it home and opened it, I loved the paint, absolutely, and it looked fantastic, which I loved. Also, it is very well detailed. I'm actually going to take the bullet out for the rest of the review because it keeps firing accidentally. What was I? Detail is very well. It works all very good. Even on the shoes, nice detail, all going up with this face. This helmet looks fantastic helmet. And also the blue right here has is like kind of wrinkled, like it's actually clothes, and then the armor's on top of it, which is absolutely fantastic. Made it look great. I really love it. They did it kind of like a dark blue, almost purplish kind of, to this light blue, which I think looks odd if you actually just focus on these two. It does look very odd, but just looking at this guy, you probably wouldn't even notice it. So it worked out fine and very nice. His finger actually does go through the pistol hole, so that was very cool. I'm glad they did that. So very nice. Okay, sorry about that. I was just looking at a text. Okay, so the figure is very nice, very well detailed. For me, fantastic paint. A lot of people were hoping for a darker paint, like what is Previous Volsa? I really don't know how to pronounce his name. It's the kind of captain of this guy. I do not have the figure yet, but I am looking for it. It's kind of on the back burner. I don't need it right away, but I would like to have it. So yeah, I'm still gonna look for the leader of the, Death Watch. So very cool. So all in all, this figure is very nice. I really like this guy. He's very cool and is a bit hard to find. Not bad though. I've really forgotten if I said this in this review or the review that I tried to do of this guy before this, but I got him at Walmart, and that's the only place I've seen the Wave other than Target, Toys R Us, I mean, where it's the same time and place where I got these two figures. Where they had others from the Wave. They had R4, which I did pick up, and they had Boba. But they did have the Mandalorian Warrior, but they did have the series, so you might get lucky, but I've seen it at 2 different Walmarts now. I've seen him, so he's very nice. Highly recommend this guy, especially if you have Visa, whatever his last name is. If you have him, then the Warrior will go perfect with it. If you're not a completist, you don't have to get every single figure from the Wave, but you really love the Mandalorian Warriors, I'd say pass on this guy and get the row of the 4 Mandalorian warriors, but I really don't plan on getting the 4 Mandalorian warriors. I'm happy with this guy, and I would like to get the captain, but I don't need the other 4. So yeah. So this is a very good figure. As I've said, great paint, great detail, articulation is fantastic for the Clone Wars line, and just a great sculpt. So highly recommended by me. So yeah. So if you can find him, pick him up. Don't pay over retail though, because he'll start hitting stores a lot sooner. So very cool. So that's my video review for Star Wars: The Clone Wars Mandalorian Warrior. I finally finished it. Thank you. Okay. Thanks for watching.